The Pinnacle system is very unique compared to competition. There are lots of bigger players who are making these softwares for larger corporates. It is just being packaged as a SME solution and given, which is not the right way because size does not fit all. The large boy solution is very, very expensive. This is a much more affordable system, which is basically given an SME pricing. There is also no need to buy any other license products. Like if you need to do quotations, you would typically need to do a word processing tool so that it's maintained. Whereas by using an ERP, everything is in one place. The numbers are automatically put in. You can retrieve it very quickly. You can make PDFs on the system. You can mail it to the customers using the system and all that. It's hosted on the cloud. Basically, cloud means a central server which is always online. This would be done with very reliable hosting providers like HostGator, JustHost, or Amazon. This enables an automatic backup policy, which is your data is always secure. It is always prevented against attacks by viruses or hackers. So it's always a very secure system. Security can be implemented such that it can only be used within your office or within your uh, these many laptops only can access it, or these many mobiles can access it. So those securities can be enabled to make it for your peace of mind. And also you don't need to bother about buying a server in the first place for your office dedicated for the ERP, which has to be a high end and expensive one. This is very easy to implement because the software has been designed from scratch with the view that the people using it are not very tech savvy to begin with. So we've had cases where there are team members who are like 12th pass and they use it within the second day, and by the end of the first week they're already experts at it. So our implementation is typically 1 week to a month in the worst case scenario, and the owner's push or the desire to get this will always get it up in the fastest way. This is a growing system, so at any time when we want to add a new module or we want to make some changes, NPBI will always grow with your needs. It is designed by the SME for the SME, which is the strongest and the most important feature that goes into this. It has been developed live on a lot of factory systems. It has been made with talking to a lot of consultants. It has been made with the utilization and customer feedback, and that's how constantly it goes up. You don't, there are not too many jargons in the system, so people don't get overawed by using it. Accounting is with Tally. This ERP is a non-financial ERP, so we always recommend accounting to be done with Tally. But there is a Tally connector, which will ensure that the data between Tally and the ERP is always synchronized, and one will be the master, other will pull up the data. For example, your sales invoices could be made in Tally because it's got excise and everything else, and from there it is pulled onto the ERP. So in the ERP, once it is dumped, the analysis can be carried out, the reporting can be carried out, it can be attached to the customer. You can have beautiful analytical trends made, but your basic statutory compliances are done with Tally there. Reports, email reminders, your business intelligence, SMS, the calling through the system, QR codes, tablets, these all can be the latest technology which is being used in the world, and within some time it will be implemented in your own factory. So you're working at par with the best technologies that are available. There is a reduced paperwork, so again you're saving the environment by not generating massive amounts of paperwork and also causing a retrieval problem by storage and retrieval problem. And always when you give the data at the source, I'll just give you an example. Suppose your raw material has been delivered, and from a purchase order which is given in the system, your storekeeper would take a small tablet or a mobile phone which you would have given him. He would do a barcode scan on that device, and automatically the GRN screen pulls up, and all he needs to do is verify that the items are right. If there is a rejection, he rejects it on the source, and the moment he presses the like received button, automatically this item is added to the stock. Your stock valuation is gone up, your POs are closed, and these multiple activities are happening together. In the olden days, he had to go create a grn, he had to go enter that into his whatever system that was there. By that time it's already half the day gone. Same thing happens with consumption. Suppose that item is consumed for a particular project or a job. The moment the job project manager or the stores person issues it to that particular job, automatically your stock is reducing and your work in progress is increasing. This helps you your valuation. And Nandan is working on always implementing the newest technology ever, because in the trends in technology are months and not years old. So, and because this is on the cloud, it's very easy to keep on updating. And to your good benefit, since this is a software as a service product, you do not pay extra for those technology changes, and it happens complimentary. Most of the time, you might not even know about it. This is a broad level look at the different modules that exist in the system, basically a standardized product. Anything more than this can always be customized for you. There is an admin module, which there is always a super admin, one from the NPBI side and then one from the company side, who is designated with a super admin password. This person can create roles, users. There can be important reports that can be accessed from there, exception reports, templates, company details, masters. That is, whatever drop downs you have, could be industry type or could be location. These are created in the system so that you get better and more structured data. And also you can access the user logs. That is, you can actually know which user logged into which module and at what time and what did they do. These are very important as an audit track, so that you can create and check the usage of the system so that it's never misused. A lot of internal collaboration tools are available, like tasking and internal reports. This is a big step over emailing, because emails tend to get lost out in this. All your letter management and reference registers are made online. It can be used as a fully featured email client, such that all your communication is done from within the system, both internal as well as external, and they're all logged in together. The biggest implementer of the NPBI would be the customer relationship management. That's the CRM. So in the CRM module, there is a client list that is maintained. So with this, all the details of the client, client or vendors or anybody else is kept together. Your leads are maintained. So this is for your cold call management, long-term leads, sending cold mails, whatever. And the beauty of all this is it's happening through the system, so it's always logged. So at any given time, you can just go and say, okay, I want to know about customer X, and you get a 360-degree view of all that. Inquiries can be handled, that is, you can pull the inquiries from different systems. There can be replies in standardized manner. There can be escalation to the supervisor or this. There can be targets, SLAs, and matrices compliances. Quotes can be made in the system. Again, this is done through an approval basis, so that the right quote always goes out and there is a final approval authority for that. And finally, when the order is booked, the sales order comes into the system, so it's that the different nuances can be structured so that you automatically get a more structured flow out. Operations is a highly customized like offering. So depends on whether your needs are customized or then your needs are radically different. NPBI will explore the option of giving you that correct version. With this, the job cards can be maintained for life. Document management can be done. This even helps people who have massive amounts of data associated with each project. And the moment the project is done or during the time, everything can be put onto the system itself, such that retrieval becomes easier. You can do a material resource planning because of the bill of material. Customized operations flow can be maintained. If you have the project being moved from one terminal to another terminal or one process to another process, all these can be mapped out. And because it is mapped, you can do an automatic like gradation in terms of where exactly the project is, which gives the management a bird's eye view of the whole place where you are. You can do a work study and material study in terms of how much labor is gone into it and what is the other process, which in turns affects your cost centers. Inventory has inventory records. You can do an inventory management in terms of LIFO, FIFO, or what is your minimum reorder level. You can raise purchase orders. You can send POs to the different vendors. You can do vendor RFQs, that is bidding for your different materials. So you can send, rather than calling 10 vendors, you would just send them an email out through the system in a specific format and then ask them that these are the materials required. They get a vendor login and just need to feed in info, and you get a summarized view of the whole activity sheet. There's a service module which helps you take care of support tickets, so that the relationships with the customers are much better, because now you can track your SLAs on this. There are extensive reports and dashboards. These are very graphical in nature, which helps to then which helps the management get a better perspective and plan in a better manner. And finally, since we are recommending Tally in a big way, we talk about a Tally integration which helps you sync invoices, GRNs. Then the reports are all made in Pinnacle, so it makes it easier for you to have it as a one point solution. You can view your Tally data on mobiles or tablets and finally create customized reports.